Hello, everybody. Fearmy Games here at the next part of my BattleTech playthrough. I was going to say campaign, but that doesn't quite work out. So last episode, why is my sound so quiet? I don't hear the game anymore. Wait, I heard it like a few minutes ago. Well, it's fine. Last time we did our first mission. We got stood up by the customers. We got out to kill them. Unfortunately, that means we made no money. In the process, 2 of our mechs were damaged and are now needing to be repaired. We found out that we were in charge of this group after I believe it was a 3-year gap. We have to do with financial reports. We're in a large amount of debt, and we're not in a good situation. We did a little bit of basic exploration. We saw that there's ways we get contracts from this guy. There's the barracks, this is what manages all of our troops. So we can see our mech warriors are here. With 27 days here. Oopsies, that just fell. There we go. So I think we leveled myself up, I believe. So now we have, so this is what our basic sets are for ourselves. This is Behemoth. Her skills. So she already has Guts, level 5, so she has this ability Bulwark. Decker, who is like the spider guy. I guess he's a recruit, which means that he doesn't have a specific job yet. I don't know how they get jobs. So we'll figure that out, hopefully, eventually. But she's a gunner. I guess maybe gunner means that whatever her highest skill is, maybe? Like, whenever they get the first ability, I guess, kind of makes them what they are. I guess? Oopsies, what just happened there? Hopefully, there's no glitches in the game. My computer today started acting a little bit weird. Hopefully, it's fine. I had to restart my computer, and it seemed to be working just fine. I'm worried that I might need to fork over the money to replace my CPU and motherboard, which while I could afford it, it would not be ideal. But I might need to do it if that's what the problem is. Last episode, we ended up we wanted talking to Yang over here, and I did want to talk to him a little bit more because he didn't do it. Why is my sound being so strange right now? I don't know why. Give me 1 second. I'll tab real fast. I don't know what's going on. I don't hear the game. Basically, the problem is I don't hear the game for some reason. Give me 1 moment. I'm going to pause the... There we go. I found out the issue. The reason why I couldn't hear the game anymore is because my default audio has changed on my computer to my capture card. So you guys actually might have heard the game, but I couldn't hear the game. So now we can hear it. Now I can hear it. So we got to... There's like one last thing. I'm curious. There's some tutorials about the mech base. So I'm kind of curious about it. So then hit me, so basically gives some tutorials about repairing damage, changing loadouts, heat stability and modifiers, mech storage, what are what's going on our mechs. I don't think this is anything I really need right now, actually. Because I kind of already know how this all works. Most of the reason why I kind of know how it all works is because I kind of saw it. I kind of saw it already happen. So what is this? So this is the captain's quarters. So this is our quarters. We're the captain now. Look at me. I'm the captain now. So I guess this is our financial status. So we're normal right now. So expense level, so if it goes down, I guess that might affect our morale if we're depending on how much money we have. So right now, we only have about 863 gold. Right now we're doing $234 and $234,500 a month every month so far, which means that we only have enough money right now for about 3 months, assuming we don't make any money in the meantime. So I guess this is to pay for all of our little mech warriors: Glitch, Behemoth, Decker, Medusa. Looks like Medusa's the cheapest one. I wonder why she's cheaper than everybody else. Maybe she's newer. Maybe that's why. And then I guess this is the operating cost for our mechs, as well as the interest payments for the bank loan. That's been causing all of our problems. So we're kind of trapped in a kind of a spiral of finances. So our reputation levels right now. So everybody did only about 10. Looks like everyone's is actually kind of neutral to negative about us apparently. Like the only ones who are actually seem to be like friendlier than an enemy seems to be the Magistry of Canopus. But everywhere else is like negative. So we can also customize the company. So one thing I might do is, I think I did a little bit of customization last time. No, wait. I could have sworn, maybe I didn't save. Because I could have sworn that I actually changed the color scheme on my mechs. So So that's why I was surprised that, that's why I was like, wait a second. This is not the same color I left it on last time I checked through here. So I think I made a mistake. I want the accent to be yellow. Let's see, maybe like that will be good. Save. And then, so this allows us to customize our company. I could change the name. For example, right now it just says Fearmy's Marauders. Let's call it Fearmy's Gaming Collection. Let's go with that, right? I'll change it later. We'll call it Fearmy's Gaming Collection, and then we'll come up with a different label. So I don't really know what label I want because there's a lot of different labels. None of them are the ones that actually, like, there's one label that I would always pick if I see it, but I do not currently see that label, so any other label is kind of like, kind of label, if you know what I mean. So I want a black and white one, though, because I guess these crests, I guess I can customize the colors of the crest, so I'd have to pick one that fits my color scheme a little bit. This one's not bad. I guess I'll go for that one, maybe. I'm going to do one more look through real fast. I like that one, except for the color scheme. I like this one, though. Alright, we'll go with this one. So we've customized, we're now Fearmy's Gaming Collection, not Fearmy's Marauders. We're the Gaming Collection now. Alright. So here's the hiring hall. I think we looked over this one. If I needed to hire more mech warriors, I had to pay these guys some money. The higher levels are currently outside of our range because we don't have a good enough ranking to buy them, but we can get these newer recruits, all of which are more expensive than we got right now. So we have to talk to Darius to talk to him and get some information about him. Let's talk to Darius to see how he's going. Always good to see you at Ops Kiriako. Can I do something for you? I want to know more about depth situation. How do we get in this situation, really? Yeah, sure, that's fair. And I'm glad you're taking interest. I've got time to get into the nuts and bolts of it if you do. What did you want to know? Remind me why we took so many loans in the first place. How much time have you got? I mean, we've been hit. I don't remember his name. We've been hit with 1,000 expenses since we were forced to flee Koromodir. But I guess you're mostly interested in the big ticket items. Well, first and foremost, there's the Leopard. We still owe a lot of money on this ship, and losing her isn't an option. Then you've got all the sort of fallout from our impromptu trip across the frontier, jump ship passage, docking fees, miscellaneous travel expenses, all paid for on credit, as if we had a choice. True. Who are we in debt to exactly? I want names. Names! How about I give you the top 3? First, you've got the Blue Horizon. That's the big commercial bank on Lyraton. They're the ones that own the lease on this ship. Then there's the Indri Consortium. They've got people everywhere, but they're based somewhere in Mark space. We bought from one of their associates to make the jump away from Koromodir on the day of the coup. So what's Lyraton? So Lyraton is a system in the Aragon frontier. Lyraton was formerly a Capellan garrison world. Lost after the Second Succession War, the population of Lyraton is spread across the 3 tropical moons of the system's large gas planet. Each moon is independent, and civil conflict between the moons makes the system a tense and dangerous place. And where's Marek space? It's under House Marek. So basically the Free Worlds League area. Okay. That's enough money talk for now. Let me ask you about something else. I got some question about running this company. I'm getting curious. What does it take to run a company? Sure thing, I'm happy to help. What do you need to know? So contracts, what do you need to know about mercenary contracts? What are IFL's finances work? Which I already looked into that one. Mech Warriors, we already looked into that one. Is there any information you want to sell? So let's check out Mech Warriors. What does it have to say? So how much do I need to worry about their morale? What sort of control whoever they're training? What to experience to require higher salaries? That third one's kind of a given. Yes, they require higher salaries. Morale, you probably need to worry about it. I'm curious what the sort of control I have of their training. That's kind of interesting to me. Mech Warriors gain experience every mission they complete. You can chart their training and guide their development to 4 skills. So as they become stronger in a particular skill, your Mech Warriors gain access to special abilities that we use in combat. So basically, the amount of training we get. And whatever built the first ability. So we were right. So we were right. Apparently, the first ability is the Mech Warrior's specialization, and they can only have 2 of these at a time. So basically, we can upgrade them a certain amount into trees, but once we get the first 2 abilities, we cannot upgrade them further on any of the other ones. So we have to be careful of that. Second ability is the Warrior's Expertise. They only get 1 of those. So basically, you can go to first tier on 2, and the third tier on 1 of them. So basically, it makes them further specialized. So that's interesting to know. Alright. That was actually useful information. I'm glad I asked about that. So is there general info? I'm kind of curious what this is. Things happen on a mercenary ship, Kiriako. All the time. You throw a bunch of mech jockeys in a confined space with tacticians and crew for months on end, you're going to see some spillover from the battlefield. And operating a merc outfit isn't a glamorous lifestyle. There are hard choices to be made on a regular basis. Anything from breaking up a fight over petty bullshit leading to faulty power couplings. Oof, that's not good. We have to be careful about that. That could happen to us. Got a few minutes to chat. I'd like to catch up. So what does he have to say? So before any of this started, you worked with the Arano Royal Guard. Tell me about it. So basically some of the backstory of him and the company, I think. It was more than just deployment. It was a full campaign. High Lord Tamati gave us a job back in 19. We were supposed to be assisting the Royal Guard. I believe 19 is about 6 years before this right now. We were supposed to be assisting the Royal Guard to round up and eliminate a pirate clan on the Jaldur, I think, something like that. It's Nordic. Commander Markham thought it'd be easy money. Turned out to be anything but. So Falder, where's this? The Jaldur was originally a Capellan colony where lost in the succession wars. It is a bleak ice planet swept constantly by howling winds and blowing snow. The original colony was largely underground, built in the sides of deep kilometer-wide shafts that breach the ice that envelops this world. Jaldur survives on its rich mineral resources and its position as a well-connected hub world near the inner sphere. We lost a dozen mech warriors in 3 months of the Jaldur campaign. Had to hose them out of their cockpits. Oof. Would have been more if it wasn't for Sir Raju. He saved our people's asses on more than one occasion. Went out of his way to do it. And the thing is, he didn't have to. We weren't under his protection. We were the hired help. He was a good dude. Rest in spaghetti, never forget, Raju. Tell me a bit about yourself, Darius. Where are you from? Oh, maybe this might be from the question. I missed this. Almost missed this part. A lot of people in Mastiff's position would have used this as cannon fodder. But that wasn't his way. He treated us as if we were his own. He was a good man, Kiriako. As good as they come. So now we're asking where he's from. I grew up on Nassau Heights. It's one of the HAB stations orbiting Arctru. 30 decks of economic stratification, with corporate suits on the upper decks and everyone else crammed into lower ones. My old man was a dockhand. We lived on deck 28, 2 levels up from the bottom, with the other station maintenance personnel. 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. My dad would load and unload cargo shuttles, vacuum sealer, quiller, nutrient paste for people like us, and luxury goods for the suits upstairs. The old man must have unloaded 1,000 cases of Castledon Yale Row. Plump, succulent eggs the size of melon balls. Never got to taste any, though. Any one of those tins would have cost him half a year's wages. Damn. So what's a quillar? I'm kind of curious what this is. Quillar is a bioengineered crop that serves as the staple foodstuff of the inner sphere. Quillar looks like ordinary grain but grows to twice the size of Terran corn and can be textured and flavored to mimic a wide variety of fruits, grains, and vegetables. Fancy. And what's Chalcedonian Eel Row? An aquatic world famed for its bountiful deadly oceans, Castleda's human population is clustered on volcanic island chains along the equator, while the oceans are ruled by a vast array of native predatory life forms. Castledon seafood is sold as a delicacy throughout the rimworld periphery. Interesting. Anyway, Kiriako, I don't want to sad you with my life story. Suffice to say that I got an eyeful of what I didn't want to be on Nassau Heights, and I did what I had to do to change my circumstances. And by the age of 16, I struck out on my own. I left that station with a handful of skills, an enormous web of contacts, and a rucksack full of that expensive caviar. And once I made it off Nassau Heights, I never ever looked back. I wonder what happened to his dad. Oh my! For some reason, my camera's starting to go super bright. I apologize, guys. Okay, apologize for that. All right, let's see. So now we know a little bit more Darius. Let's pick a contract while we're here. So it looks like we only have one contract. So this contract is travel to BattleTech in 12 days. The intelligence confirms a lance of pirate military units is engaged in maneuvers on BattleTech within a region we control. This is an aggressive action and the local government operations are at risk as long as this lance is allowed to move unimpeded. Hunt down the enemy lance and eliminate it. So straightforward power, find them and kill them. Let's try and negotiate this one. So, faction representative, the planetary government, we've heard you're a competent mercenary. We've been having some trouble lately. If you can resolve it for us, we'll share your paid. If not, so be it. So basically, we can try and argue for money. So basically, we can do maximum money for no salvage, or we can do all the salvage for no money, or a bit of both. I don't know how much salvage is worth it, to be honest. That kind of makes it hard to balance. I think I'm going to go favoring money over salvage, I think. Because I don't really know. I don't really know how much salvage works, but might as well get 1/5 of the salvage for more money. I think that'll work at least to the start. So let's accept.
Calculating course now, Commander.
Oh, so now we're traveling. That happened fast. So now days are passing. So we get to see travel. So, ooh. Ooh, they have a full-on animation. What if this happens every time? So we're still traveling there. So whoa, what, is this like a jump station? It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let me block this real fast while this is all going on. Oh, I broke it. Let me just use it to block out the light because it's kind of pretty loud. Oh, an event's going on. That's cool. Sorry about the sound, everybody. I wasn't expecting it to get so bright in here. Usually it doesn't get this level of brightness. So, alright. So you're on the Leopard's Bridge with Samir, Yang, and Darius for the daily staff briefing. Darius says we've received 3 messages from the banks, loan sharks. Samir comes in. From the people who are financing us, Darius continues, they're considering rewriting the terms of our loans. So it will be easier to seize the ship for mispayment. As usual, they're only doing this because they believe we can't fight it in court. So we either sweet talk the banks, ignore the message. I think ignoring the message is the worst option. Out of all of the options, we definitely do not want to ignore the messages. I think ignoring the messages will cause problems. So we can either educate them about their mistake or sweet talk the banks. Educate the banks on their mistakes. I'll deal with it, you say. Later, you record a response. In it, you sternly remind your lien holders that as financial institutions operating on Detroit the 3, they must abide by local contract law. You even cite the relevant sections of legal code from memory. Then you point that, as you've kept records of all payments and correspondence concerning the loans, you'll be able to demonstrate in court that their proposed revisions to the agreed-upon terms would represent such a gross violation of the law that you would undoubtedly be awarded a second dropship at the bank's expense. Once the camera is off, Samir says, There's no way they push you on this. Too bad. I like to see loan sharks grovel. The company has gained the following tags. Loan status fair. Ooh. So basically means we shouldn't get bounty hunters to come after us. So that's good. We're doing a good job of that at least. So we could presume it and let it keep playing. Ooh, I think we arrived. I do have a bit of concern though. We don't really have... So we've received. Proceed. So my only concern is that we only have like 3 guys available because I'm out of commission still. I have to click and drag. So we have the Medusa, we have Glitch, and Decker. We only have 3 mechs. We have to be kind of careful here. So this is the small one. We give this one to Decker. He gets the small one. I think, who did she get? I think Blackjack's mine, right? So we'll give Medusa the Blackjack, and we'll give this girl the, I think the Vindicator was what she had last time. View details. So apparently it's supposed to be very low difficulty, so it shouldn't be too hard even with 3 of them. But we'll see how this goes, team. I am kind of concerned, though. We're down a person. Intelligence confirms a lance of pirate military units is engaged in maneuvers on Bellerophon within a region we control. This is an aggressive action, and local government operations are at risk as long as this lance is allowed to move unimpeded. Hunt down the enemy lance and eliminate it. Okay. So I don't know what faction this is, but I assume this is the faction that's paying us.
Command interface initiated.
Alright. We got them, Commander. Right out in the open. These guys are amateurs. Get eyes on them. Take them out. Good hunting, Commander. Oliviera out.
Ready for action.
Ooh, what are logos there? So Medusa. I'm kind of reluctant to just sprint. What happens if I can just move? Maybe I'll sprint. But I want to be kind of careful sprinting.
Location confirmed.
So I'm going to kind of try to take behind cover. Just to be on the safe side.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
This guy's the scout boy, so we're going to have him be a little bit of a, do what scouting boys do. Scout.
Roger.
Hopefully his small form makes him hard to kill. I mean, hard to hit. I mean, not hard to kill. If he gets hit, he probably dies, but... So, the enemy should be about there. So, I should be ready to, like, have eyes on them to fire if I need to. So, I'm not going to sprint. But apparently I don't see them yet, so we're going to we're still going to play it safe.
On my way.
Let's see, I want to be kind of careful with him as much as I can.
Aye, aye.
Enemy contact has been... So we do have enemy contact now, so the first enemy has been sighted. So there they are. I was hoping just by walking I'd still be able to fire at them. Now I kind of wish I sprinted.
Yes, Commander.
So Decker can attack. Can I not hit? Looks like I can't. Looks like they can see them, but they can't attack. So we have to be kind of careful with where we position him. So Decker can see them. So I just want to move and but still have enough ability to attack.
On the move.
So now we can see that one. Now we can attack. So this one has about, according to this, the hull. It's actually pretty weak. Looks like. So now we would like to attack that one. Weird. Why can't I select this guy to attack? Even though it says I have the option to. Come on, attack. Maybe we'll just won't let. Why won't it let me? I had sides on him. I don't know why it won't let me press attack. On the bright, but on the bright side, he didn't get. It looks like he didn't get hit, but he shouldn't have been at risk of being hit. Honestly.
What can I do for you?
Did I press sprint on accident? I don't know. So she moves up. Now I can hit. Now maybe he just wasn't in range to hit. That might actually been it. Striker Narc, miss. But we missed with one, but hit with the other one, basically, is what happened there.
Copy that.
I want to make sure we have the enemy front of us to be on the safe side, because the back is the weak spot of our mechs, so. So fire. Fire everything! We destroyed it! Muhahaha! Victory's ours.
Vehicle destroyed.
Oh, it looks like there's ones down below us. Another one moving up. Now this one should come into sight now. Yeah, there we go. So the rest of them were, I guess, on radar.
Good to
So
go.
attacker, can you attack? Yes, but not really all that reliably. So one thing I can't do is I could move him up aggressively to attack, but I'm kind of concerned about doing that. Thinking of moving him up here, though. I should give him some evasion back. Now we can see this one. How likely is he to be able to hit this one if I select him? Looks like the answer is not at all likely. Just an M laser. Damn that.
Got it.
Pew! He like barely cut. He kind of touched it. He weakened them slightly. So it looks like these pirates don't have actual mechs. They seem to be like tanks and stuff. So that's important to note.
Standing by.
So I gotta be careful with the terrain. Oh, I kind of forgot I can rotate this.
Heading up.
So I think here's a good spot. We can attack. This one's the one that has lower evasion, but I can. Are you more likely to? Oh, but I could fire everything at this one. Die. Yeah.
Your war phase. Report.
Fire everything.
Vehicle eliminated.
So I do need to be kind of careful about ammunition on my rockets because the rockets will actually cost ammunition that I need to buy, if I remember correctly from the last time. So I'm not sure how careful I should be about damaging. Maybe turn off this one. It's been destroyed. Now one left.
Little guys.
Striker Mark. Oh, is he gonna hit? Miss and some damage. So we did take a hit, but it looks like it wasn't anything too serious. So Decker can just
Leaving you.
attack back.
Copy that.
Bzzzt. Not very much damage at all, but apparently I think this is entirely a scouting thing. Not really meant to have much purpose beyond that. Blow it up. That was their mission. Milk run, just as we expected. Good work, Commander. Mission successful. So you earned a nice amount of money off of that. I don't know if we actually got any salvage though, but we got our payout, the planetary government. No change there. Well done, Commander. We obviously placed our faith in the right mercenary company. We'll let you know if we have any other work for you. So it looks like we didn't have. Looks like all uninjured, so that's good. Potential salvage, so we can get one of these items. Apparently, salvage agreement was 1 priority, 1 total of 5. Oh, so basically we get our priority pick, and then we have we get additional items. So I don't really know how much we actually need any of this stuff. Is the problem. That's the hard part, is I don't know. I didn't check the ammunition. Confirm. Well, so they gave us some ammo, that's good, and a laser. Perfect. That's good enough for me. The short-lived Damage Inc. was one of the many mercenary commands to meet its ruin in the brutal conflict of the Salt Lake Succession War. So battle mech repairs needed. We're gonna need to do some mech repairs for our next contract, boss. Kind of go into combat like this. No, wait, I need his voice. See me in the mech bay when you're ready. Our mech warriors are gaining in experience and need your guidance, Fearmy. If you head to the barracks, you can direct their training. A lot of things going on here. So we want to see Yang.
Anything I can do?
You're the one who said to talk to you. apparently they didn't mean to actually talk to Yang. Then I go here. So so they said I need to do some changes. So one thing I'm kind of curious about, what ammo do I need is the question. Because I don't know how much ammo I need, and I need to figure that out or else we're gonna have some big problems. So right now this has an RLM5, but I do have an LRM10 that I can replace it with, but I would need to drop something else instead, which could be a heatsink, maybe the jump jet. That jump jet's apparently not worth a lot. Let's undo that one then, because apparently it's not worth any much of anything. We get rid of the PPE, which would give us enough to have the LRM10 on board. And maybe we could fit in an S laser. Or maybe I don't have an extra one? Maybe an M laser? We can fit in an M laser, and we already have an S laser. Honestly, can I swap the S laser and the M laser? Mostly because my old ACE said that. Can I fit another L? I can't fit another one of these, can I? No, I can't. Wait, actually, I don't think I can do. Can I put this back? Oops, I canceled. I'll put the LRM10 back here. Can I put the LRM5 there? Maybe. Apparently can't go there. So there's no hard point, so I can't do that. So can I add another? So what can I add still? I can still add an M laser. Or one of these SRM2s, but I don't think they could fit anywhere else. But I need but I want this thing here, so I need that. Do an L laser without trading off both of these M lasers for an L laser. How much is an L laser worth in terms of damage? An L laser is worth not quite 2 of these guys though for damage, so I don't think it's quite worth it for an L laser. I can do another another M laser. And a... Can I do an S laser? But no L lasers. Yeah. Oh well. I think that'll just have to do. Confirm.
Right. I'll get it in the skip.
That will hopefully make it a little bit, maybe a little bit stronger. This one though, I kind of want to refit as well, because it is like basically useless. But apparently it's too heavy to use that. But I'm going to give this instead. Drop that, put this over here, instead give it an M laser. But that, apparently, and if I drop the ammo, apparently the PPC by itself is way too heavy for it. Maybe if I just do an L laser. Even an L, wow, this thing is so small. How about an L laser? No, not even an L laser. Well, I guess this is kind of stuck with what we got then. Alright, well, let's back up with this one then. See, what about this one? Can we fit this one at all, maybe? Maybe, we'll find out. Fit mech. So it has M laser, so I could replace potentially with an L laser. I have an AC2s already here, M laser, so I have a PPC. Too big, though. How about L laser? 1, 2, 3. That wouldn't be enough. No, so we'll keep M lasers for now. So we'll leave this one as is as well and not really bother changing it up. We do have some funds. We will need to look at the contracts. We kind of need to just wait some time out. We need to make sure like everything comes back. So we're just going to have to kind of wait it out. Apparently, it pauses whenever I leave this section, so we have to wait for time to pass. So once I'm out of action, we'll go for a new contract. All right, now we're back in action. So now we can go to So mech warriors, I think some of them should have upgrades now. So Decker looks like he can upgrade. So we can go for either tactics, so it's sensor lock. Select a target within sensor range, reveal it until the undercover routes 2 of its base of charges. Or we can do, what is this? Sure footing. Mechs piloted by this mech are 1 motivation after moving. It can exceed the unit's maximum. To move. Let's go for this one because I'm using this guy as a scout. So I'm going to say I think tactics and piloting is probably what I'm going to get him. So let's go for piloting first. Confirm.
Training complete.
Fearmy, apparently I can upgrade myself too. I don't know what I would want yet. Maybe probably maybe gunnery. Maybe gunner. What's guts? Cover and guard. Probably not guts. Either gunnery. Let's see. What's tactics do? I don't know what the rest are. So what's this give me next? Why doesn't it tell me? Oh, -1 indirect fire penalty. So that's what that next level is. Let's see. I do like the sure footing aspect of things. Let's go for gunnery next.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Good to
Which is a
go.
gunner. Let's see. Medusa, apparently. Oh, apparently I have more upgrades too I can pick. So I'm thinking I'm going to tactics.
Mech warrior training complete.
And then maybe pilot. I'm still. This is the hard pick. I think I could still go for all of this stuff though, so it makes sense. This is more of a melee fighter, maybe. Mech piloted by this mech warrior can move after shooting. Ooh, that's not bad. Oof, this is interesting. So I don't have enough experience to upgrade everything, but if I grab this one, I like +1 health. Let's go for that.
Waiting for orders.
I like being somewhat tanky. So this one seems to be more of a gunnery and piloting kind of character. So this one's definitely a DPS kind of person. So let's go for that. Another gunnery. So this one should make him a gunner now. Yeah, now he's a gunner. I'm still a recruit. This guy's a pilot. I think I'm going to go for tactics on this guy. Next time I get enough experience with it, I think I'm going to go tactics. And then this will be tactician kind of thing. This guy will be a pilot. I think that's all we're going to do for the spread out. And she's, of course, is already a defender, so we don't need to worry about that. So what does this do? I actually didn't look Samir. Oh, we didn't talk to her yet. Let's do this one. That way after this episode we don't need to talk too much about the crew. Let's talk to her, see what time it is. If it's time, we'll end the episode. And then next episode will be just us continuing our path, but we'll have talked to everybody, got all our backstory and all that stuff. So Sumier Mayor, I don't know. Hey Commander, something I can do for you? Does this decision we made about uncertified contracts satisfy your concerns? My concerns won't be satisfied until our creditors have been paid and the loan sharks are off our backs. But this is a step in the right direction, and that makes me happy. I'm not blind to the risks that uncertified contracts entail, by the way. I mean, I know what we're doing is dangerous, but it's the best chance we've got to dig ourselves out of this hole. I mean, I'm not wrong. I got some questions about navigation. Sure, ask away. I mean, it's kind of important that you understand what you're doing. So if I can help with that, I'm all for it. So ship navigation. Okay, Captain. How do we get from system to system? Star map. So I actually kind of want to read this stuff. So the ship navigation. How does this work? The short answer is that you pick a destination on the star map, and I make it happen. Interstellar travel takes time, sometimes weeks, and it'll cost us C-bills for fuel, passage on a jump ship, and it's the only way for an alpha like ours to survive out here. We go where the work is. And can it work? Can I get intel about a system? Basically, so we get some intel about it. We get some political boundaries, so we know what the space we're entering. Basically, and we ignore no-fly zones, for example, so we don't have to deal with it. It also shows political factions active in the system, as well as checking out our reputation there. So So it shows us the attributes like black market or poor clues to the local store context. So basically, if we need to buy stuff, the type of mercs where you will find in hiring halls, contracts may be offered, potential mission environments. If you hover over an attribute, the star map will display a longer description for you. That's interesting. Twist the pair away from system to system. Not always. If you check the contracts list in the command center, you'll often find employees posting travel contracts. Travel contracts are employers attract mercenaries to their systems by paying the outfit's travel expenses. That's very useful to have. So what else can you tell? Oh, now I know what you're thinking. Why not take the travel contract and then skip out on their mission for a more lucrative contract when we arrive? You can do that for me, but we'll automatically charge the cost of the jump. You know that old saying, there's no such thing as a free ride. Yeah, unfortunately, it's still true. I actually did not think of that one even until she mentioned it. I'll be honest with you. Well, the long answer is that there's two types of space travel. Travel by dropships like ours, and travel by jump ships. Dropships travel under 1G of thrust to move from a planet's orbit to a jump point. Jump points are far outside the galaxy wall of the star, and so travel to and from a jump point takes most of our travel time, sometimes weeks. Jump ships, on the other hand, are like ferries. They just sit at a jump point waiting for folks like us to hatch onto their docking collar. Then we wait there for about 5 days while they spin up their jump drive. Once the jump drive is spun up, popping a dozen light years across interstellar space to another jump point takes nearly to no time at all. I've heard stories about pirate points that a jump ship can use. What are those? They're bad news, Commander. Difficult to locate and dangerous to use. I've heard of people use pirate points in desperate situations or on covert missions, but it's not worth the risk of a missed jump. You won't find any pirate points on my star map, I can tell you that. Let's just avoid them. Sounds good to me. So that's kind of interesting. So there's some tutorials. So I'm collecting stories about the crew. Tell me if this is actually perfect for me, because I want to figure out what her story is a bit. Well, I'm from a noble family like you. We're old money. We made our fortune out in Russelhog, which is a minor interstellar system conquered 700 years ago by the Draconis Combine, now officially known as the Russelhog Military District. Okay. They then repatriated to the Tarian Concordate, which was the one we almost picked and we chose not to. That's where I grew up. I'm not sure if this is the kind of stuff you're hoping to hear, but we can talk about whatever. I'm not shy. So there's a lot of things we can ask you apparently. So where in the Concordate are you from? I grew up on New Vandenberg. It's a nice enough place, I suppose. Do you like birds? Not particularly. Then do yourself a favor and avoid New Vandenberg. Avoid it like the plague. So like 2/3 of the native fauna's feathers float us on the wind and splatters excrement across every available surface. Oh my. Naturally, the original colonists adopted the feathery little monsters into the culture, and those of us that came after were kind of stuck with it. Statues, fountains, murals, you name it, just a giant feathery pile of screeching alien birds. If the system had a motto, it'd be squawk. Cute. I get the picture. You sure? Because I could keep going. I hate birds, is what I'm saying. That may be an unpopular opinion for a pilot, but I'll stand by it until the day I die. I can understand that. That's kind of fun. That was actually kind of funny. I like that one. The Taurian Naval Institute on New Vandenberg, well, among other places, it's a big campus. The low-gravity training station orbiting Lompoc was my second home for a time. TNA flight training isn't usually open to civilians, but my parents had good credit back then, and they could name drop Protector Calderon, which is... who is he? Or she? Born 2984, Thomas Calderon succeeded his mother, Zarantha Calderon, as protector of the Taurian Concordate in 3017. House Calderon leaders are known for their pragmatism and sound judgment. Thomas is no exception. So basically, they name drop the leader of the faction, essentially. That'll get you pretty far in Concordate, for a while anyway. The other candidates in my class weren't especially happy sharing air with a civvy, but they couldn't say much. I was nobility, and they weren't. Everyone sort of kept me at arm's length, so I had plenty of time to concentrate on my studies. Sounds a bit lonely. I have something getting a lot of messages. I'll check that out later, though. What can you tell me? So, I got my certificate in both dropship and jump ship operation for 4 years. I even worked on a commercial jump crew for a while, once upon a time. The people were fun, but it wasn't for me. The ratio of flying to violent jump sickness skewed hard in the wrong direction. I agree. So basically, that question was where did you learn to pilot Leopard? That's how we got the information about her background in piloting and how she learned it. So we can ask her, what can you tell me about House Mayer, which is her family? You're looking at it. My parents are both gone, blood cancer and heart disease respectively. Both treatable, but they were out of money at that point, so into the ground they went. Ditto, my brother David, who ran off the service in the Third Succession War, never came back. The Third Succession War was the most recent one, which began 2866, and I think only ended about 3025. So never mind. We're not in 3025. I thought we might have been 3025, but I guess I got confused. I'm no stranger to loss. Yeah, I'm sure you're not. Nobody's really. It's a rough galaxy. Yep. David was 13 years older than me and had a foot out the door before I turned 3. And my parents, well, they raised me by proxy, in the traditional noble fashion. There was no real bond there, even when I was young. None of this is to say that my folks were bad people. They weren't. They were just doing what they knew. Their upbringings had been outsourced, just like mine was. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. I just had something I need to do real fast. Your family came from Rasselhag. That's to me, actually. I shouldn't have said that in my attempt at a voice. But, so it was a long time ago, but yeah, as my parents told it, we were landowners on Pomme de Terre. It's an agricultural world, sort of the breadbasket of the Draconis Combine. And yes, I know that Pomme de Terre means potato. My answers came from the planet Potato. It took some time for me to accept that, but hey, here we are. So the Draconis Combine, that was that's the first one we read. That one that took the place of Japanese culture. Anyway, moving on. House Mayer's holdings were meager, but the value of that land was astronomical. For minor nobility, we really were wealthy. And then this Third Succession War broke out, and the political rhetoric got ugly. House Mayer didn't want a single part of what was happening, so my ancestors emptied their accounts and ran. As a rule, House Kurita, which is the leader of that faction, takes a really dim view of nobles who cut and run. Words like traitor and defector started getting thrown around. In the Combine, you really don't want to be on the receiving end of allegations like that. I wouldn't be standing here today if House Calderon hadn't granted my ancestors asylum in Concordat. In all likelihood, House Mayer would have been wiped out before I was even born. Rough, dude. So we've now learned about all of our companions, that aren't all of our officers. So let's check out navigation. Let's see the star map that she was talking about. So whether for trade, settlement, or military expedition, traveling via our patent KF drive should have no surprises. Comstar is proud to announce the updated MERCnet star map interface. Founded by Jerome Blake after the Amaris Civil War, Comstar was created to preserve and maintain the Star League's vast communications network. With hyperpulse generator facilities on nearly every inhabited system in the inner planet and sphere, its influence is felt everywhere. Thankfully, Comstar takes a strictly neutral approach to near-sphere politics. It takes no sides and offers no preferential treatment. Culturally, Comstar has lapsed from corporate into a religious institution. In Blake's name, Comstar adepts perpetuate the belief that hyperpulse transmissions are a form of sacred magic that only they can control. Well then, they're kind of... So basically, biome filters to see what different climate patterns, features for the destination, specific gear, difficulty, average coverage is 50 more system destinations. Members of our Platinum and Uranium level plans will find the new filter features in the upper right corner of your star map interface. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to contact your local Comstar representative, and we'll get you locked in. May the peace of Blake be with you. Interesting. So we're here. There is a travel contract right there, apparently, which is interesting. And so here's the region. So we're in this little region here. So this is the planetary government, I guess, is where we're in right now. So here is the Majesty of Canopus right next to us. And then here is the Oregon Directorate. And here is the Capellan Confederation, which I guess also owns this little small place there. And then we have the Free Worlds League, where we came from. And then over here is the Taurian Concordat, so where she comes from. So we're in this little like edge of space right here, nobody. So a lot of different filters around here for difficulty. So it looks like the area around here is easy difficulty. And then like outside of this, so basically it's like the beginner little light area. Okay. Oops. And then, so what contracts do we have here? So we do have 2 contracts here. Both of which, this one pays a little bit more and has a bit more salvage. But this one would give us some nice relationship with the Free Worlds League. So they give us bonus reputation. Both of them will give us bonus reputation. So basically there's this one here is we have an opportunity to eliminate a key figure in the pirate hierarchy in the system, which will leave their organization in chaos and ensure safety for Marek operations. The target will be relatively unguarded and vulnerable. We'd like you to strike in this window of opportunity. Sounds like we're hitting a middle manager. Not much glory, but it pays. The target won't be a lone commander, and there's a bonus if we clean up the escorting units. Still, if things get too hot, we can always hit and run. And this other one is, our intelligence confirms there is a lance of operating on Detroit within a region we control. All pirate operations are at risk as long as this lance is allowed to move unimpeded. Find out the enemy lance and maintain it. So this, are we doing this? It looks like we're doing this for the pirate organization. So we don't want to do this one because this is for bad people. So I think what we're going to do, guys, is next episode we're going to be doing this one, but let's do the negotiations before we end things off. I think let's start negotiating. So David Singh, the Free Worlds League. The Free Worlds League would like you to offer you a choice contract commander. As the leader of a respected mercenary company, you should find the terms both fair and equitable, I think. So we could choose, so this is kind of like similar to before. These will actually make the Free Worlds League actually like us a little bit. So we can do maximum money, or we can do a little bit of trade. A little bit of salvage. Apparently we can also choose to lower the amount of money. How much? So, but for in favor for more reputation points, basically. So basically, but I don't think that's really worth it at this point. So I think we're gonna do what but I think, let's see. The question is, I don't really know how much money to salvage is really worth. So I think we're gonna go for this one for now. I think that's gonna be a good split. Maybe I'm picking the worst one, but that's not the end of the world. So let's finalize this contract and accept, and then we'll deploy there. So apparently my mechs are required. Oh wait, no, 2 of them are still here. So we have Shadowhawk. Well, this is mine, so you fuck off, Medusa. Yeah, I'm the leader. I take this spot, okay? And I'll give you this one, the spider. Yeah. Might be a bit of a shame putting this guy in the spider, if we're being entirely honest. But Blackjack's my mech. I'm not going to let anybody else have him. So we're not the strongest one, because this one is still in progress being fixed up. Is it I wish I could, like, reassign it, but oh well. So view details. So So I guess we can now launch mission. These mechs may have reduced performance battle. Shadowhawk, underweight. Mech has unused tonnage, missing ammo. Doesn't have enough damage to AC ammo bin. Go back? What? Underweight's not a problem, I think, right? So, but missing ammunition, I didn't realize this was missing ammunition. But on the way there, I can change. I can fix that, right? Apparently, I can make combat faster by selecting the speed up option in the settings. I didn't know that was a thing. So we're on the way there now. Destroying the target and escape. We have an opportunity to eliminate a key figure in the pirate hierarchy. Oh yeah, we already read this one. So, is it loading? Prepping for combat. Okay, everybody. Looks like this is where we're going to end this episode off, everybody. Next episode, we'll be starting with the mission to delete the key personnel here. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. A lot of talking, a lot of reading, very little combat, but I just want to get things all set up still. You know, hopefully, starting from this point, we'll just do contracts, do some, like, little bit of story stuff, and then hopefully get into a nice rhythm here. We'll see how it goes. But now we know all about all the crew and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Helps the algorithm for those of you on YouTube and Rumble. Hit that Rumble button. Thank you guys so much, and take care. BitChute, you guys know what to do.